What is up, Esports Racing Network? I'm your host, LRS, here with the Wheel to Wheel F1 Series. This is round 2 of, I think, 24 this season. We are in Jeddah, and I'm joined, as always, by my buddy SP, who we're on board with, about to start a flyer, going to take us through. Oh. SP, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Ooh, smart, getting that run down the straightaway.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. Just getting ready for my flyer right here.
Alright, we'll be on board with you just to get a little track description here in the turn 1. This is where we're going to see some issues as you see an AlphaTauri come out of the pit lane. That probably gave you a little jump.
It's not the only thing that gave me a jump.
Cone goes fastest with a 127.1, 5/10 clear of Icy. His teammate kills third, Zig fourth. Very nicely done through there, SP, as Yennis crashed out behind you.
Womp womp.
Absolutely flying right now. This lap looks really good. Does it feel good?
Feels good.
Oh.
We're still in the green.
Did you get any damage?
Nope. Still in the green. Yeah, we're gonna go put some new tires on. And we got about 4:45 left. I do not like where I'm at right now.
You're in 11th place, which is not terrible.
No, but I know I can do a lot better than that.
Well, when you come into the pits here, obviously you're going to switch off into a, I would assume, soft set of tires.
Yeah, I got one set I haven't touched yet, plus the mediums. Which I actually, in practice, ran my best lap in mediums. So, I don't know.
That's nice. That's actually pretty interesting. Probably going to set up an interesting strategy during the race. Something to mention as well. We have decided on street circuits like this one, we are disabling safety cars. I have not gotten an answer on red flags, but that's going to certainly throw a whole different type of wrench into it, because if you make a mistake, you're pretty much out of contention.
Yeah, and what I have heard, red flags are going to be on. So, I guess that's good news.
Yeah, I guess that's good. I'd have to agree with you. Here comes Zig back into the pit lane. He set a good lap. He's up to second, only 2/10 behind Cone. Really nice lap by Cone. Struggled recently, but on a track like this where it's hard to pass, the track position is obviously extremely key.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We look through the field. Malukas kind of having a down year so far. Didn't really have good preseason races. Did not have a good race one. Currently sits 5th with the McLaren team. It's going to be interesting, SP. I'm actually really interested to see how the non-safety car rule is going to play, because it, like I said, like if you make a mistake, you're done. Like there's no catching up.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a big factor. I feel like people are going to be a little more conservative tonight, not really pushing the edge. Just because they have that fear of if they get damage or something may happen, they're going to pay the price. They're going to not be able to run for a good night, or night's pretty much over.
Yeah, and then we have a kind of a big stack up right here. Oh my goodness, there's a couple of cars going off the track in front of Cloudy, who's trying to run a fast lap. I think a McLaren went off. I think that was Malukas. Now in front of him is a Haas, still sitting in front of him on his flying lap, still sitting in front of him in the preferred lane. That was definitely not what Cloudy wanted to see. Somehow didn't invalidate his lap, but that was definitely impeding right there. That'll probably be looked at. I think that was Meso in front of Cloudy. I don't think it was Tyler. No, it was Tyler. Cloudy comes in. His qualifying is done, so the best position for him is going to be at least 7th. Cone's not going to run another lap, so he's going to trust the pole time that he set. Zig, Icy, Kills, Malukas, HD, all out there. Great lap from Days. He projects himself from, I think, 10th to 5th.
Days did win practice, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Very interesting. That's nice to hear. Oh, and you see a little lag there out of Days. Yeti goes 6th fastest in his Alfa Romeo, the Kick Sauber team. The Kick Steak Sauber F1 upside down team. Kills goes 2nd, right behind his teammate Cone, only by about a 10th. Loading has retired from the session outside of the top 10 and 11th. There's about 10 seconds left in the session, so these are, or 2 seconds actually. This is it. Cone is done, Cloudy's done, Eagle, Duchef, and Ducky are done. All of these cars trying to run a fast lap. Kills is done with his lap. You see the Ferrari coming through. I think that's Loading, but he's DNF, so I don't know how the car's still on the track like that, going at that pace. Malukas has set his final lap, only 6th fastest for him. Very, very slow in terms of his championship battle. INF trying to maybe get back into the championship battle and be the favorite again this season. He's the defending champion. He's down in 7th. Icy's put a lap. He's put it P2, about 9/100ths behind Cone. HG just went 2nd, behind Cone by 22 1,000ths of a second. Oh, and then INF. Yeah, so INF is done. He's starting mid-pack in 8th. Zig, a 1:26.9, betters Cone's time by 2/10. He's up there on the pole. SP probably just flipped.
You knew it too.
Ducky, Dude, Chef are done. That's it. The positions are set. Zig, Cone on the front row. HC Icy on the second row. Icy looking to go for 2 in a row, get his 3rd career win. He is the championship leader. Days 6th, Kills 5th. Maluka 7th, INF 8th, Yeti 9th, Cloudy 10th. SP and Loading on row 11.
Row 6,
or
sir.
row 6, sorry. And the field rounded out by some of the normal back markers back there. Newcomer Ducky in last place, probably just trying to feel it out. This is a really technical track.
Yeah, for sure. And Luke, here we go. 2nd race of the year. Now, I got to ask you, but what are you expecting as far as this race goes?
Yeah, like we mentioned before, with no cautions, I feel like it's going to be a little one-sided. I feel like people are going to be really, calm and not really try and push the issue because they know they can't come back from a mistake. So it's going to be really hard to pass Zig. I think it's going to be less chaotic than usual. It looks like there's about 5 cars that could contend for the win here. They're the only ones within a second. It's Zig, Cone, HG, and Icy. Those 4 will probably be stuck in a DRS train most of the race. But I think we're going to probably see Zig or Icy come out with the win tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those 2 guys getting the win. Although I wouldn't sleep on Serving Cone. He looks a little fast tonight. Had a lot of bad luck last season. This season, same way. So I don't know who to expect, but there's a lot of interesting drivers in this field. Got some new guys making their first start. Oh, by the way, Clean is not in this race tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I was just told by loading there are no red flags, just relaxed penalties, I think.
Oh, rest in peace.
So yeah, if you get around, if you get any type of damage, your race is pretty much over. You're gonna have to rely on others DNFing or making mistakes, which is very common at a tight street circuit like this one. But yeah, no formation lap either. So when we get this thing rolling, it's gonna be pretty much a straight shootout, probably about 30 laps. So Malukas just said don't ready up for another hour, so that's nice.
Yeah. Fine, then I won't ready up for another hour.
But yeah, we're gonna be rolling the clock here in well 2 seconds here. So they're gonna roll the clock. So 30 seconds. SP, what's your pre-race pick?
Honestly, Zig is probably the favorite tonight. He did very, very good last week. Couldn't quite get the win. I feel like street circuits, I think, are a little more his style, and tonight we're here at one, so I'm gonna go with Zig tonight. Try to go 2 for 2 in race picks.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be really hard to overlook HD and the defending champion INF in the mid pack, but I'm going to have to agree with you. It's going to be Icy or Zig tonight.
Oh yeah, well here we go, Luke.
Yeah, here we go. SP, the 5 lights are on ahead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go. Zig gets a pretty decent jump. Not as good as a jump as Cone, though. Into turn 1 we go. HD and Icy battling for third. They already make contact. Couple of drivers going wide. Cone takes the lead from Zig. They're 3 wide for fourth. Back behind them, HD gets passed by Icy for third. Everybody cycling through. Looks like everyone got through clean with no damage. Still side by side. That's INF and kills. Cone pulling away from Zig already. Looks like there's a couple of cars around. I think that's Yen and Heathen. It is. Yen missing part of his wing. Heathen missing part of it as well. I think Dudchef is now spun. I think there's actually a large accident. Yes, there is. There's a 4-car crash. Dudchef, Days, Meso, and Ducky. So Cone with a brilliant restart. Brilliant race start. He's already out to 1.2 ahead of Zig. Eagle and Tyler battling for that 12th place position. SP up to 8th from 13th or 12th.
Yeah, just trying to keep the car clean, I'll tell you that. It was a horrible start. They're like 6 wide, and all I could hear in my headset was crunching of wings in my headset. It was bad.
Yeah, and then the drivers behind you did not really get a good start, Yeti included, so you have a little gap over them. Malukas as well, he has damage. Cone leads the first lap, though, over Zig, who's closed a lot in the third sector. Malukas has to come in the pit, SP. His season off to a terrible start.
Yeah, Maluka's probably not the season he wanted to start out with. I know he's got a really fast car, but already 2 bad races to start. Definitely not something he was looking forward to.
Yeah, a whole bunch of cars have damage. Eagle, Meso, Malukas, Days, Yen, Dudechef, and Heathen have to come in to pit for services. New front wings on all of them. You see Zig under pressure from Icy. That's allowing Cone to pull away just slightly. He does have good first sector speed, but Zig, probably running a higher downforce setup, has a really good straight car, which is good in the second and third sector. Going to be interesting to see how they play that out. You see Icy pressuring Zig, though, severely through this section. That's opening the door for HD and INF. He's in the picture now. Top 5 have a pretty large big breakaway. There's a yellow flag. That's a McLaren. I don't know if that's Heathen or Malukas. It's Malukas. You see the possible race strategies that have popped up for the drivers that are not involved in accidents. Looks like a 1-stop maybe for softs. Maybe if you start on hards, you'll do another one stop for medium tire. But DRS has enabled the entire top 4 under a blanket. They've pulled away from INF.
Kills keeps hitting the wall in front of me. I'm curious to see if you'll keep doing that.
Something just happened with Icy. I didn't see it. HD got by him. He's up to 3rd. That's pulled INF into the picture. And SP, this is exactly what I predicted. The entire top 4, top 5 under a DRS train. Probably not going to allow them to pass.
Yeah, probably not. It's going to be a very, very interesting race. You can't really pass here unless it's in Sector 3 or a little part of Sector 2. It's going to be very hard tonight.
Yeah, and still up front, Cone's actually pulled out of DRS range of Zig, 1.268 ahead. It's closing actually a ton. Like I said in the second sector, Zig is so fast. SP and Kills going side by side. SP on the inside, Kills on the outside. SP backs out of it.
Yeah, I had the position, had the DRS. He did not want me to pass him.
Eagle gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Look at this beautiful picture we see right here. Wow. I didn't even know that there were good camera angles like that at this track. That was nice. I'm going to show you a clip from that later. Here comes HD with a big run with DRS open on Zig, but he's not going to get close enough. But Zig has closed in severely on Cone. Zig using his ERS. Cone has not even used a bit of his ERS, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. INF's fallen out of DRS. Icy's closed back into the front 3.
Wow, what are these guys doing in front of me? They keep bumping into each other, Luke. I'm afraid.
Oh! Oh! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Through goes SP!
What a save though from Cloudy and Kills. That was almost catastrophic. Kills or Cloudy almost overcorrected into the right rear of SP. That would have been bad.
Hey, I'll take it. I got a 2-for-1. That was beautiful.
I gotta take a clip of that. That was a cut scream for sure.
Oh my god, dude, that was the best cut scream I've ever seen. Holy crap!
Something's happened to HD. He's had a severe drop off of Zig. He's 2 seconds behind Zig, so it's a 2-car breakaway, and then HD, Icy, and INF are under a blanket. You see Icy with big gains here, not close enough to make a move, but down this front straightaway might be keen for him to make a move in turn 1. See the DRS open, there he goes to make a move. He goes to the inside of HD for the podium position in 3rd, gets the move done before the braking zone, and he takes the spot. He's going to try and chase down Zig and Cone. You see Kills and SP going side by side. Kills on the inside, SP trying to round it on the outside. Kills gets the position on the outside. Good move from him. You see a little snap of oversteer from Cloudy behind SP. Bet that was scary, SP.
Yeah, I'm struggling with handling right now, but yeah, no, these cars are all over the place.
Sorry, I got the clip. Through goes SP. Oh, crash behind you, Tyler. He's out. He's out of the session, and it's not going to be any type of safety car. I think that's not his. That's his first DNF of the season in the 2nd race, so he's on a better ratio than he was last year, but still not really that great.
Yeah.
Oh, Eagles also just crashed out. That's 2 DNFs. You see Zig and Cone going side by side for the lead. Zig takes the spot. Icy has closed in. He's back in the battle. Sorry. Oh my goodness, this is a great clip.
I'm gonna have to see that later.
This is getting very intense. You see the card sitting there. That's Eagle, and he just pulled off. Zig still, now has the lead over Cone. And they've actually, oh, you see Icy go really deep right there in the corner. Overshot it by a ton, lost a lot of time.
Kills did too. Oh, man.
There goes SP around the outside of Kills, gets the move done. Kills gonna probably yield the position here. Yes, he does. In my opinion, this corner they're going through right now is one of the more fun corners on any of the F1 tracks, in my opinion. That sweeping corner, you can carry so much speed through it. This is a great battle going on for 6 between SP, Kills, and Cloudy. It's a Mercedes-powered car versus 2 Red Bulls. So that's going to certainly bring some interest from Red Bull. Oh, SP goes a little deep. Kills got a better exit here. He comes to make a move. Side by side for the lead, though. Cone takes it back. We're going to look back here.
Kills.
SP and Kills side by side.
God.
Now Cloudy making a move.
Oh, they're about
Look
to
at
die.
the run. There goes Cloudy to the inside. Great run for him. Kills leaves them a lot of room. They're going to go side by side into the front straightaway. What a move from Cloudy. That's going to open the DRS for Kills. I think Cloudy as well and SP. They're pulling away from Yeti. Shout out to Ducky in 11th, by the way.
Wow. Good job.
Oh, yellow flag. Icy's out.
Womp womp.
Icy's crashed out right in front of these guys. You see him against the outside wall there. Probably got on the curb, spun out, hit the wall. His quest for sweeping the first 2 races is not going to happen. HD's up on the podium. You see INF and HD, though, battling for that podium position. Look at this run coming off the corner for INF. He gets to the inside of HD. HD's not going to fight it. He falls behind him. That puts INF onto the podium. After starting, I think, 8th. So really good gain from him so far. 7 laps into this race. We're about 3/4 of the way, or 2/4 of the way through. So halfway almost. See, nice battle going on back here. I see everyone switching positions. Yes, they are. That's Yen, Heathen, Dude Chef, Meso. Going side by side here. This is Yen to the inside of Meso. That's not a passing opportunity. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, Meso ran it wide. That could have been horrific. Days gets a 3-second time penalty behind his teammate Ducky. You see Yen go off the track. You see Yeti and Loading battling side by side. Loading gets up to 8th. HD and INF side by side. HD tried to get the move done, but INF takes the spot back. SP, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Cone has not won in a long time. Some would probably even call him washed, to be honest. He hasn't really done much since since the late year days, and he's led almost every lap of this race, but Zig is playing those games that he plays best, sitting behind him, waiting for the time to strike towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and if I were in Zig's shoes... Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! What is going on? I'm sorry. Claudius almost died in front of me. Oh my god, what is going on? Anyway, Zig is someone who doesn't need a pressure right now. He knows he's got the speed to beat Cone and probably beat everyone else on this grid. He's just got to be patient right now. Long way to go. We're not even halfway. So, if he stays patient, he can definitely get it done.
Yeah, well, while you were talking, Zig took the lead from Cone.
Okay, so I'm going to retract everything I said.
They've been doing this, though. It's kind of like a DRS battle that we saw between Leclerc and Verstappen in 2022. I don't know if you remember. They just kept swapping the lead, and then they slammed on the brakes before the DRS zone. Both of them locked up because they wanted the DRS.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, these guys in front of me are going to crash.
Here comes Cone. This is going to be a late lunge if he makes it. He doesn't. He goes around the outside, locks up a tire, almost hits Zig. He then gets a 3-second time penalty. That was not good for Cone there. Not a good sequence. That's going to allow Zig to pull away a lot. Cone's better through the first sector than Zig. Zig's better through the middle, though. So if Cone's going to keep with him, he has to catch up. There's a lot of movement in mid-pack. Kills and Cloudy. SP and Loading. Yeti's there. Here's a Ferrari, and then a Ferrari-powered car behind him. We're racing in Saudi, and a bunch of SP just got a 3-second time penalty, cut it really close to hitting the wall right there. But we're racing in a multitude of different leagues at Saudi Arabia this week. The real F1 series is racing at Saudi. The wheel-to-wheel series is racing at Saudi. The UTLR F2 series is racing at Saudi SP. So it's a Saudi week.
Yeah, we got a lot of... I'm going to get used to this track for the weekend, man. We're going to see a lot more of it coming up for sure. And I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I was going to ask the 3-second penalty. Did you think you deserved it there, or was it a little over the top?
No, I got stuck on the bumps, and I was nowhere near it. And I've done it many times in that same spot, and I didn't get a penalty. So I clipped it. I don't know why I deserved a penalty there, but I got one, so I clipped it.
Oh my goodness, Cone ran really wide right there, right as we got on board with him. He's fallen way behind Zig. You see HD coming to the pits from 4th. That opens the door for Cloudy to get up to 4th. There's a yellow flag in the sector behind the leaders. I think that's INF. Yeah, INF has just crashed out.
Oh.
Yeah, INF is out. He hit the inside wall.
Wow.
The reigning champion out of this race. Another poor race from him, as well as his ex-rival, Malukas. They're both out. Well, not out, but down and out early. SP's had an issue. He spun around. Don't think he has any damage. SP, what happened?
No damage, good. I don't know. Kills checked up heavily in the corner. And I couldn't go anywhere.
It looks like it opened the door for Loading and Yeti, too, to get through.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Just kills checked up so much. I had such a big run, I didn't know where to go with it.
Well, the good positive thing, you got no damage, so.
Kills has a wing damage for sure. He hit the wall really bad. It's on
Kills
me.
has no front wing. No front wing whatsoever, actually. How did that happen? He checked up, you hit him, it turned him into the wall, and it just spun you out?
What happened was that Kills checked up through the corner. He pretty much just checked up because he was going to go off the track. And I had a big run coming out of the corner, and I didn't know where to go with it. Kills checked up too much. I couldn't correct it in time. And I hit him on accident. I don't know.
Yeah, well, some big name DNFs already. We have Icy out. He was running top 3. INF out. He was 4th. So this is going to open the podium position for somebody who's not normally on the podium. And I think it's setting up well for Cloudy, honestly, to be in a good spot for a podium here. Shout out to Kills, by the way. No front wing, and he's still in the DRS of Loading and Yeti. Yeti just got a 3-second time penalty in 4th, so. Oh, and then there you go. You see a mistake from Kills. He's way out of the DRS now. He just fell 4 seconds because he made a mistake through the S's in Sector 1. Cone's closed back into Zig, though, in the DRS range. Bad news, Ducky. 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. So not ideal for him, but he's keeping the Alpine clean. Very long pit stop there. They held him for a long time after they put the tires on. That was weird. I don't know. I just feel like Yeti and Loading are racing really hard right now. It's going to get a little dicey between them. Cone in 2nd place comes to the pits. SP, this could be a tactical move on Zig, trying to undercut him.
Yeah, I like the move. These tires are really worn right now. He'll definitely undercut him for sure.
See Loading with a big run on Yeti on the front straightaway. They're going to blow by Cone, I think. Yes, they are. They're actually probably going to come out near him, possibly side by side with him. You see Cone now coming out of the pits. He's stuck behind the 2 Ferrari cars. So not the best of a pit strategy there. Depends when Zig pits. Also, Zig's teammate Yeti is one of the cars in front of Cone. So that could play into this. But you see Cone closing in severely on Loading. Like, extremely quickly through the first sector. Oh, Zig way out of shape in front of him. Here comes Cone to the outside of Evan for the 3rd place position. Evan just lets him go through. Knows that's not his battle. Now Cone's going to try and sweep around the outside of Yeti. Not going to happen. Going to have to try and cross him over. Go to the inside. Yeti blocking. Oh, contact! I don't know if Cone got front wing damage from that, but Yeti not playing nicely. Cone probably not going to play nicely either after that. Because we know how Cone races. He does not want to be raced like that. And if you give him any type of reason to race you bad, he'll probably do it. Oh, to the inside. What a move. Forces Yeti off the track. That's going to open the door for Loading to get right back into the battle. Zig comes in the pits to cover off the undercut from Cone. We'll see if it works out. It probably will, because Cone was stuck behind those two Ferraris. Yellow flag in the first sector. There's a Alpine around. So it's Days or Ducky. It's Ducky. You see Cone coming down the front stretch. There's the pit lane limit line. They might come out side by side for the lead.
And then they wreck.
Zig comes out actually with a large lead. 1.7 seconds ahead. Yeti and Kills come into the pits. Kills finally changing his front wing. Malukas up to 8th with his early pit stop. Might have to pit again. See how that plays out. You see Zig struggling on the cold tires. He loses a ton of time through the first sector. Here comes Cone already all over him. He was almost 2 seconds back. Now he's 0.5. Look at the monster run from Cone. Something is wrong with Zig. I don't know if the tires are not warmed enough for him, but Cone is so fast right now. Look, he can't even get by him. He's off the gas. It's because Zig is on hards and Cone is on mediums. They're side by side, though. See Cone on the inside, gets the move pulled off. The tires for Zig will heat up and probably be faster on the long run. He's probably in the preferred position, but he needs to keep up with Cone to at least stay in that picture. You see they're coming up on a lap car. That's the Alpine. I think that's Ducky with no front wing. And I did not see that car go ghost, so certainly interesting stuff there. Are the lap cars not going to go ghost anymore?
Maybe they turned griefing off. HD
HD's left. Yeah, so he didn't DNF. He just left this session. So probably lagged out, I would assume.
I would assume that too.
I'm going to get on board with Cone here. That's HD's teammate, Dude Chef, in front of him. Gets out of the way, very clean. But yeah, ghosting is off. Something's happened to Zig. Yeah, Zig's lost a ton of time in the first sector. The hard tires are not working in the first sector, but in the third and second, they work again. SP, this is kind of like how the race started. The tire's not good for Zig in the first sector, but he's really good in the second and third, and it's the opposite for Cone.
It seems to be that way.
You see, I think that's the Alpha Tauri of Yen getting out of the way. Yes, it is. Lets Zig go through, who's fallen 2.2 seconds behind Cone. So those hard tires certainly not doing what he thought they would do. See a nice battle mid-pack. That's Days and Kills, because Kills came back into the pit lane to put on medium tires. HD, Zig are on hards. Cone is on mediums in the lead. Loading has yet to pit in third. I think Cloudy might be on pace for a podium here. Because if I'm doing my math correctly, he's only 2.6 seconds behind HD, who is an AI right now, and then Loading has to pit still. So if Cloudy just keeps the pace up, he'll be on pace for third. Yellow flag behind. I think Dude Chef and Heathen have had a little incident. No, they haven't. That's Ducky who's had an incident, but they are side by side. That's Yen, Heathen, and Dude Chef. All three different brands and manufacturers. There's a McLaren, a Mercedes. Days has left the session. Looks like SP and Malukas have had an issue. I think Malukas spun into the pits.
No, he just came in.
That was certainly weird. He was way off the pace. See Cloudy all over the AI-controlled car of HD, who's just now come back into the race. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do battle. HD blocks. Oh, the AI's... I don't know if that's HD. HD did join back, but that was a really crazy block. There it goes. Cloudy to the inside. Gets the move pulled off. up to 4th. He'll be in the podium once loading pits, but HD coming with a huge run back at him. Gonna go to the inside. That's very bold, and he spins. Cloudy left HD no room. I don't know how HD got no damage from that. That was a hard hit and got absolutely 0 damage. Meso gets 3 seconds for extending track limits. So the penalty's starting to add up a little bit.
Kills.
Zig is closed in about a second on Cone. SP, what's happened?
Kills is
Oh,
out.
yeah, Kills is DNF'd. Yeah, he's crashed out. DNF'd in the pit lane.
No, sir. He crashed in sector 1 or 2.
Well, the car's already been cleaned up. The Marshals with a super fast cleanup. HD has severe wing damage. SP's going to jump into the top 5 here, I think.
We'll take that.
And I think HD has a little front wing damage. SP with his 3-second penalty is going to hold 5th over Yeti because he also has a 3-second time penalty. The question is, will loading on his new soft tires be able to catch them and put the top 5 in jeopardy? I think so. It's 10 to go, though, SP.
Yeah, and I'm going to submit my report. I have a clip. So I did it just to make sure, and it worked. So when I went over the bumps, I got a penalty. So I did it again, and I didn't get a penalty. So I clipped it.
Interesting.
But yeah, the car feels great right now. I just got to hold up. We're doing good. Just got to keep pushing. Yeti's a little faster. I'll let him go, but really good job for me tonight, I think.
Yeah, really nice job. And I'm going to mention this again, SP.
Oh, Yeti, holy shit. Oh, my God. His back end hit the wall, and he about died. He might have damage.
Zig has closed about 1.4 seconds in 2 laps. There's 9 laps to go. He's on the hard tires, which are going to be better over the long run. I think Zig might be setting up for another win here. Just has to play it right. Something to note, Zig has about 20% of his ERS left. Cone has 77% of his ERS left. There's a caution. I think that's Ducky with an issue. Yes, it is. He's in front of the leaders again, about to get lapped a second time. Malukas, that's the fastest lap of 130.7, stealing the extra point away because he's in the top 10. You see Zig just ever so slowly inching back in. We come to 8 laps to go this time. It's going to be extremely close. Zig was in this position last week, SP, where he was sitting behind waiting for his opportunity to make a move. And he waited a little too long, in my opinion. It didn't work out.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to make that move a little earlier this time. Hopefully he learns from his lesson.
And I will tell you, if you do get passed by loading, you have a top 7 secured.
Well, that's good to know.
Because Malukas is... He's on new mediums, but he's 16 seconds behind, so... Oh, you saw a lag spike out of race leader Cone there, but Zig is within DRS now, 7/10 behind him. Zig with incredible medium run speed, maybe long run speed as well. We haven't really seen it, though, from either one of the drivers. Cloudy's in position for a podium, 7.3 seconds up on HD. Loading gets by SP. I assume that was tactical from SP, just letting him go through.
I hit the wall too, but yeah.
Did you get points last week?
No, I did not.
Finished 12th, right?
Yep.
Zig, though, that was insane right there. We're on board with Zig. He's absolutely pushing the limits right now. Look at how close he gets to the wall in these corners. This one you can run wide on purpose, but watch how he just arcs the corners and these hard corners. It's so impressive how he gets that close to the wall without making a mistake. This time by 6 laps to go. Sorry, 7 laps to go. Or 8. I don't know. Can't do math. Zig is there, though. 5, 4, 3 tenths behind. Look at the rubber build up into turn 1. Do you see that, SP, when you go through turn 1?
I don't know. I'm struggling, though. My car sucks. Holy crap.
Yeah, them hard tires are definitely a struggle bus. Here comes loading on Yeti for 5th place. Loading going around the outside. Yeti gives the position up. These two have had a nice battle all race long. You see Dude Chef and Heathen switching positions. Meso's coming out of the pits. That might be a 3-car battle right there. Zig's fallen off of Cone just slightly. He's saving up his ERS. SP's playing smart.
That's good. I want to save it up, because I guarantee you, with Cone having all that ERS, I don't know if you're going to be able to run him down.
That's going to be interesting. Like the first sector, Cone is good through there. Zig is good through the next 2 sectors. So this is where we see him close in. And this is where the main DRS areas are. So maybe a little favorited towards Zig right now. Cone hasn't won in a long time. Not really been in a position like this in a while. It's going to be interesting to see how he defends, though. Nice job from the end, by the way, in the points as well as Days. Malukas recovering after that early spin. He's in the points as well. Nice job to SP. Yeti loading in a top 5 position. That's very impressive for him. This time by, it's 5 laps to go. Right now we're on 6. Look at how close Zig gets to the walls. He's at, ooh, a little lag there out of Zig. He's just pushing the limits in this car. I think he doesn't really care if he crashes at this point. He just wants to get that race win. He does not want to finish second 2 weeks in a row to start the season off. But if he does finish in this position, SP, that's going to put him in the championship lead, no matter what.
Yeah, because I see, unfortunately, DNF. And you know what's funny is that the last street circuit we went to last season, I see also DNF'd in that race too, so street circuits have been biting him left and right.
Yeah, he has pace, maybe just a little too excited on the throttle or a little too aggressive causing these issues, but he does have the pace, so it's going to be exciting. We do have a couple more street circuits this year. Yellow in the second sector, I think that's Ducky that spun around. That's HD! HD and loading, both out of the session. Oh, huge crash! 4 or 5 cars, SP's in it!
God damn it, bro! Oh my
SP,
god!
HD, Ducky, they're piling in, Malukas!
Oh no, no. God damn it, bro. Fuck. I quit. I'm done. I quit. And if I didn't get involved in that, I was getting a top 5.
At least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cars are going to pass you, SP. You're still going to be in the points, I think.
No, I'm not.
I think you're going to be 10th.
If that's the case, I'll be okay.
You'll be 11th.
Oh my god, can someone, you know... I'm gonna cry. I tried to brake, slammed, I did everything I could.
So they did turn griefing off, obviously. I think what happened there, HD hit the wall, loading plowed into him, you plowed in, Ducky plowed in, and then the track was just blocked. I assume that, I mean, that's what I saw. Does that seem right?
I don't know. I'm done. I'm so mad right now. It's not even funny.
Extremely understandable.
I don't know what to say. You know, if you told me there was a fucking crash, I would have been fine.
I didn't even see it!
I just saw HD crashed. That's all I did.
I think HD crashed and Ducky plowed into him. I think that's what happened.
God, this is the fucking...
So Ducky caused the accident from what I'm hearing. He crashed into loading, which killed HDSP and gave damage to Malukas. See, Cloudy comes into the pits from third. He's going to try and steal the fastest lap because he has a big enough gap. Well,
This
SP, I
one
mean, you didn't finish this race, but you finished better than you did last week.
Yeah, somehow I'm gonna finish better than I did last week, and everyone died. Oh my god, it sucks that that had to happen. I don't know. Oh my god, that has to be the worst wreck in League history besides fucking goddamn Myth flying into the stratosphere.
Yeah, that was wild. I saw Ducky around. I switched on. HD was dead, and then I switch on to SP, and he flies in there like a torpedo. That's going to be a clip to look at later.
I had nowhere to go. I didn't know where the crash was at. I had no freaking room to brake. And this is why you need safety cars, because that crash would not have happened if we had safety cars, okay? Maybe one or two people would have piled in, but at least, like, you would have saved another few people. You want to hear something even funny? Oh, never mind.
Well, turning off griefing pretty much caused that whole incident because a lap car wrecked 4 of the top 5 just then.
I'm okay with griefing being on. I'm really okay with that. I just... Oh my god.
I just don't like the fact that it was a lapped car that did that.
Yeah.
No shade to Ducky, but that was a lap car that did that.
Yeah,
You know?
just, it's unfortunate. But, I mean, we had a good car, we had pace, the field knew that I was pretty fast tonight. I mean, hell, we were up in the 4th place position at one point tonight on pure speed, and we haven't been able to do that since probably, I want to say, Singapore, I want to say. And then, obviously, Portugal earlier in the year, we were really fast, too. It sucks, man. We had such a good night going there, and just nowhere to go.
We're going to Australia, I think, next week. That's one of your better tracks as well. I assume you'll be top 10 again there on pace.
Yeah, I haven't been to Australia yet, being, like, in the situation of how I am. I'm really good now. Like, I feel like I'm confident now going to every track. Ah, but man, it sucks, dude, that we just lost that good run. We could have had a good points night, as here's a battle for the lead here.
Yeah, 2 laps to go, SP. This is going to heat up, and you actually get to join me in the booth for a pretty interesting finish for once.
Yeah, and Zig and Cone have been all over each other all race long, and it's going to come down to about a lap and a half to go when they come out of this Sector 1 here. I said Zig was going to win tonight, but hell, Cone has been giving him a run for his money. Going through Sector 1 right now, probably the hardest part of the sector, the part of the track right now. Zig got there really good. Gonna use some ERS maybe here. See if he does that. I don't know, but Luke, we're gonna get a good finish here, I think.
Yeah, I think we are too, and I gotta give Zig a big shout out. He's saved so much ERS and kept Cone in his sights. They're almost level on ERS now. Cloudy steals the fastest lap for third. That's good for him for points. But SP, look at how hard Zig is pushing. He gets up against the wall. He's in the DRS range. It's gonna be really close though. I don't know if he'll be able to get to Cone.
Yeah, he then just picked up another penalty, by the way. I don't know.
Oh, Cone went a little wide there, kind of compromised the entrance. Here comes Zig with a big run.
Yeah, Zig is 8th gear, got DRS wide open. Here he comes. He is going very fast. He's closing very much here on Cone. Not going to make a move here, but Luke, here we come. 1 lap to go.
Yeah, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by the Esports Racing Network. DRS open for Zig down the front stretch. Can Cone get his first win in a while, or will Zig get his, 5th in the last couple seasons? He's trying to go around the outside. Cone does not leave the space, but Zig thinks better and backs out of it. Into turn 2 and 3. This is technical. It's important for Zig and Cone to get through here really, really smoothly so they can stay in the race.
Yeah, one little mistake could ruin the race. Cone is looking very loose right now in front of Zig. I don't know if Cone's going to have the pace. If we makes one little slip-up, Zig's going to execute it very nicely. And Zig through Sector 1, very good, but Cone just a little better.
That's the best I've seen Zig get through Sector 1, though, as we go into the Parabolica-type corner. Zig gains a lot. He's good on the brakes. Cone's going to get a better exit, though. Sacrifice the entrance, but Zig's going to have the DRS in the detection zone up here. SP, this is going to be extremely close heading into the third sector.
Yeah, one little mistake is going to ruin it. Cone got there through good, about as good as Zig did. Man, they're coming through Sector 2 now, just about to enter Sector 3. DRS open for Zig. What will he do? ERS wide open too. Oh, he's actually not using it. He's going to use it here. He's got one more DRS zone here. What will he do? Will he use it?
He probably will use it. He does use it, and he's as hard on the ERS as he can possibly be. He has a huge run. He's going to look to make the move. He goes to the outside. Cone protects the inside. Side by side into the final corner on the last lap of the race. It's going to be a drag race to the line.
Oh.
Cone on the inside. Zig on the outside. Still side by side. It's going to be a very close finish, probably the closest in history. It's Zig who wins.
Oh, man. You gotta feel bad for Cone. Such a heartbreaker right there. He lost it right at the line, but Zig with the win. Probably the closest finish in wheel-to-wheel history right there. What a finish.
Yeah, Cone brings it home second. Heartbreak for him, and shout out to my guy, Cloudy, who's going to come home in a podium position. Way to go for him. They're so far back. He's 50 seconds behind them, but Cloudy now around the final corner getting a push from his teammate Yen. He's going to come home on the podium for the first time this season in third. Malukas with a great recovery drive off of attrition gets fourth. Really good for him and his new McLaren. Yeti 30 seconds behind them. Probably has fifth. Locked up here. We're going to look into the penalties. Yeah, he does unless he makes a mistake. He's shaking the car like he's out of gas, but he does have 10 seconds on days, so I don't know if that would matter. Yen 7th, Dude Chef gets 8th, Meso gonna get 9th, Heathen 10th, Yeti gets 5th, Days, yeah, comes home 6th as well. SP, that was a great race.
Yeah, it was a very, very good race there. I'm a little salty about what happened there, but Zig gonna get his first one of the season. I called it. Zig was gonna win. It was only by a few fucking inches, but I called it.
Closest finish in Woodwheel history in terms of a win. Probably one of the most competitive and clean finishes we've seen in a while, but Zig wins again, SP. Really, really good for him. I think that's his 5th or 6th win, and he's championship eligible this season. He finished on the podium in the first race. He's the points leader now. It's been a while since we've seen an Alfa Romeo, I think, on the top of the podium.
Yeah, and let me give it a shout out a little bit to Dude Chef. Dude Chef got points. He's not someone who gets points. He's usually riding around about 17th, 18th most nights. He's going to get some points tonight. Very nicely done for him.
Yeah, and SP, we look at the points. Very good points for some underfunded backmarker teams. Alfa Romeo got 1st and 5th with Zig and Yeti respectively. And then Alpha Tauri, Cloudy's on the podium, and his teammate Yen got 7th. Points for him as well. Dude Chef got 4 points tonight.
Very nicely done by him. I'm still shocked about what happened there. I know that Doki did not mean to do that on purpose, but man, that it hits me hard, man. I was looking good. I was going to get probably my best finish of the year, man. If I did not DNF right there, I probably had 5th. 5th probably, because I was going to beat Malukas. And unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case, and we DNF'd. I really freaking wish, I braked so damn hard, I couldn't go anywhere. I freaking wheel hopped and jumped over someone's car. I didn't know what happened there. But I guess we'll get the top 3 in here. Cloudy, I don't think is going to be able to join us, but we could definitely get Zig and Cone in here.
For sure.
There's my buddy.
Really the only 2 that matter. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I would get Cloudy in here, but he was on his EA Sports account, so I can't invite him. All right, SP, you want to get Cone? I'll get Zig, or do you want Zig?
Whoever you want to get, I will get the other person.
I'll let you get Zig. I'll get Cone.
All right, we'll start with our race winner. Zig, you got a copy?
Yo, I did not have a coffee today.
Okay, so Zig does not have a copy, guys. Okay.
Hey, good job, Cohen. That was good. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah. I screwed up
Anyway,
the first sector one time, and it was the last lap.
Oh man,
anyway,
yeah, you were very strong in sector one. My hards had no grip. Um, they came alive towards the end. I'm sure
Yeah,
yours started dying.
I just started to lose rear grip the last 3 laps.
Yeah,
It was
first
good
five or
until
six
that
laps on
point.
the hards were horrible. Like I had no grip and it was a heavy car. But yeah, that was fun.
anyway, Zig and Cone sharing some sportsmanship right there. Zig, you ran a really good race tonight. I picked you to win, so now I'm 2 for 2, thanks to you. But overall, you kind of were not the fastest car tonight, but it looked like you kind of just hung right there with Cone, who was the dominant car of the night, and you pounced right there when it mattered most in the last corner and had a drag race right to the finish. Probably one of the best finishes in this league has ever seen, and claim your first one of the season. You're gonna probably take the championship lead too after this race, but overall, just kind of take me through what kind of led up to that really crazy move you made there.
Yeah, not the smoothest of races. The car was quick. I just picked the wrong strategy. I think medium softs would have been better. I did not want to start on softs. Um, I had no idea how they would degrade in um, at the start of the race with the race fuel. Thought about going a little longer on mediums, but then figured the hards will last. Like the hards will come alive later in the race, and that's exactly what happened. I just wasn't expecting them to be so low grip early on. Um, and then just, kept it clean. A couple of times got too close to the wall. Just decided to like keep it clean until the last 2 or 3 laps and then send it.
Yeah, for sure. And Zig, getting your first win this season, in the second race already, I mean, what does this do to your confidence level going into the next few races?
And it feels good, but every race is a new race. And Cohen came out, well, Cohen was in contention for the win until the very end. The gap, if you look at the gap, it's pretty small. Even the last race, the gap was half a second between first and second. So anyone can win. I think consistency is gonna be key in this championship, just like any other. But it's important to finish races and get important points. And sometimes slow down, risk losing a position and finishing the race, then go too aggressive. Like that almost happened to me um, in sector one. So yeah, confidence level the same as it was. I think there's multiple people that'll win races this season. It's just about keeping it on the road and getting home some points.
Yeah, for sure, Zig. Well of a job tonight, buddy. Great move. What a finish you provided. Thank God you were not in the freaking goddamn traffic jam there was there in Sector 2 like I was in DNF, but great
Oh
job
man,
tonight, Zig. Way to go, buddy.
thank you, sir.
All right, Luke, and you're there with second place.
Yeah, I'm here with Cone and Cone, man. I know you have to be upset with that. Ran a pretty flawless race. I didn't see really many mistakes from you, except, like you said, maybe the first sector on the final lap. But you had the pace. Probably could have easily won this race, but it was the closest finish in wheel-to-wheel history, and it was side by side. It was just an ERS DRS battle, and you came out on the wrong side of it. You did finish second, but I know it stings. How are you feeling?
Uh, I don't know. It's hard to describe because I'm happy that my effort showed the speed, but then just execution because I'm never up front at the end of these races, and it showed again, just like Abu Dhabi at the end of last season. Just I got to figure out how to win these races. I don't know how to do that yet with the ERS, DRS stuff, figuring out how to save enough and what you need to do specifically. Yeah, just I don't know. Is second? I'll take second place, but it's hard knowing when you had the speed for first.
Yeah, we saw coming out of the final corner when Zig got to your outside. Looked like you tried to squeeze him a little bit, but you realized that he was there. You left him in the room. Was there anything you could have done differently? I did call it out on the last lap when you stayed on the inside coming into the final corner. I thought maybe you'd try and go around the outside to get the run. Maybe that's where you could have made the change.
Um, the only thing I could have braked later and cleared him and just like checked him up on the apex. I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, I knew he was going to have DRS down the front stretch, so my best bet was to be on the inside and clear him off the corner because I still had some ERS left to where I could get the drive off, but didn't quite clear him. I'm sure on the stream I was probably like half a car in front of him, and then just never quite got all the way clear. And my thought process was be on the inside and kind of dive it into the last corner. And the last corner, I couldn't figure out the braking on it and just never really, it was the only corner I couldn't figure out where I should be braking at. So ultimately, that's what lost me the race. Um, I don't know. The tires were gone. The rear tires, I didn't want to get off the corner anymore. The front tires were good through the fast section, sector one, and all the other fast sections. The front tires would pull the car through, but turn two and the last turn, it just didn't want to get off the corner anymore. The last two laps.
Yeah, well, it is a podium finish, and I think it brings you up into the championship battle, which should be pretty closely contested now. I think Zig does have a little bit of a sizable lead, but you're in it for the championship this season. The last two, well, I guess last season's protagonists and antagonists of Malukas and INF are struggling, so the door's wide open for anybody, and I think you, Zig, and a few others are going to be the ones that capitalize on it. Congratulations, though, on your second place finish.
Thank you. I tried my best. So again, I don't feel like I'm the best at this game, but I put enough effort in. It shows. So I'll take that. Thank you. It wasn't for me. I stressed the whole time.
It's okay. You weren't back there with me seeing the biggest wreck in history happen. Well, second biggest. We can't count Spa out. But
yeah, what happened there was Ducky had rear end damage and spun out.
Yeah, he had rear end damage, clogged the whole track, and everyone could not see coming out of that corner, and it all clogged up. The whole track got clogged up. No one could see. I couldn't see. I didn't know there was a damn caution. There's like 4 cars blocking the track, and I'm like, oh shit. I steered away and fucking slammed into someone, jumped over them, and I was dead. I was like, god damn it.
So, Cone, I have a question,
gosh.
just one more before we get out of here. For you too, Zig, I thought it was kind of interesting, this question's for both of you, that they turned off ghosting in this race. I know the safety cars were turned off and the red flags were turned off, but ghosting was definitely turned off. That's what caused that big crash. And I want to know what you guys think about that because I do think that's an interesting decision.
My opinion of it is just trying to get people to calm down. And clearly, this race hopefully will be an example moving forward of this is F1, this isn't NASCAR where a bunch of us come from. There is not margin to run people over. To run people over wrecks people, and you can't do that in this game. So I think this race was supposed to set a precedent for everybody. Like, hey, we can't just, you got better make sure you know what you're doing. Or better make sure your car is under you because you won't finish the race otherwise.
Yeah,
Zig, do you have any opinions? Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I do. I was actually gonna type in Gen Chat or DM Evan like, hey, is ghosting normally off in this league but I think it should be on because not just that crash. Now that crash is a good example, but we both were lapping a couple of drivers, and you never know what the car in front is gonna do, and if ghosting is off, um, it's a risk that race leaders or whoever's lapping the cars they take because they put full trust in those drivers and saw some wobbly drivers. I think a couple of scary moments. They got out of the way, but ghosting should always be on in league races, in my opinion. I'm sure it was,
Yeah, well,
an oversight, making all these, setting changes, and we've done that. Even in my league, sometimes forget to switch something on or off. But I think, we should leave it on. If the policy is off, in my opinion, it should be on.
yeah, well, thank you guys for giving your input on that. Congratulations to you too, Zig. I didn't get to interview. Congratulations on your win. I think that's like your 5th or 6th in your career, and you should have a pretty sizable lead in the championship now. So that's big coming into a competitive season like this, where we see a lot of people who are usually really good struggling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Yep. Good job, guys. Congratulations again. SP, before we head out of here, I just want to, because you were in the race as well, I want to hear your opinion on no safety cars, no red flags tonight, and your opinion on ghosting being turned off.
I hate it and I love it at the same time. I hate it because, well, we obviously saw what the hell happened tonight, and unfortunately took me out of the race after being P5, but I liked it too. Even though I died, I still kind of like it because it gives it more of a realistic kind of view of the racing, which I do like. It's just, it sucks when it happens to you and you get wrecked because your opinion changes in an instant. But still, even me getting wrecked, even still being very pissed off, very upset, just I want to cry because I was doing so good. But I mean, I kind of liked it. As far as safety cars goes, I don't know. I felt like if we had red flags on at least, like on more like normal, I feel like that'd be good. Just having everything off just kind of ruins the vibe of the race. I would like a little bit of something there. Even a virtual safety car wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, well, to appease your point, next week we head to Melbourne in Australia, and it's not a street circuit, so I think that safety cars will be on for that race. It is one of your better tracks. I've seen INF and HD do good there. I've seen Zig, I think, do good there, and Cone. So hopefully going to be a really competitive race there.
Don't hate that track.
Oh, all right. Cone sucks at Australia. But I'm SP. We're going to head out here. Thank you for joining me up here in the booth. Like usual, congratulations to our top 3. Shout out to Cloudy. He can't get in here to do an interview. He finished on the podium for the first time in a while. Really well deserved. And yeah, I've been LRS with the Esports Racing Network. This was the Wheel to Wheel F1 series, and we will catch you guys next week in Australia.